Electric devices of all kinds, from chainsaws to leaf blowers, bicycles, and several different types of electric vehicles, were on display at the Dorset Green on Sunday, April 24th, in an event hosted by the Dorset Church Green Team and the Dorset Energy Committee. To those curious about how well they worked, or what exactly was under the hood of one of those cars, there was information to be had from those who were there to explain. One of them was Marty Crane of Arlington, who showed off her electric leaf blower.
Fairly lightweight. You can see I'm holding this with one hand. It doesn't require any gasoline. The batteries are really, really adequate, and it does a good job. For a person who wants something that they can handle, it's fine. The noise level is considerably less than fossil fuel driven, gasoline driven types of leaf blowers. I'm very happy with it.
Think it's time to get back on a bike and see if you remember how to ride one? Stephanie Moffett-Hynds of the Arlington Energy Committee was there to explain how an e-bike worked.
This is where you plug it in and charge it, and then that just pops there. And here is where the power is. You turn that on, and you can see it's up at 5 dots. That means it's fully charged. And I'll tell you, when I took it out of, I didn't ride it all winter. Yesterday I went to charge it up, and it was fully powered, so it didn't lose any of its power the whole winter, which I think is amazing. I have never run out of power. I'll go out for 3-4 hours at a time. I've never ever come close. So I have no idea how long I can go, and I go everywhere. The battery is give me 3 different levels of power. It's only on 1 right now, and I don't know if you'll be able to pick this up, but let's see what happens. Hey.
A line of electric vehicles was parked along Church Street in downtown Dorset, with several owners eager to discuss them, like Lisa LeBerge of Dorset.
Sandleaf, it's the S model, so it goes about 230 miles on a charge. And it has a neat feature, and it's called the e-brake. So what you can do is you can click on this little button, and it turns on the e-brake, and then you do 1 foot pedal driving. So you press the accelerator, and then when you want to brake, you just let it up, and I never hit the brakes at all. So it's just a different way of driving, and you just have to get used to it and feel it out and see how you want to drive it, but it's very responsive.
Representative Kathleen James had her 2022 all-electric Chevy Bolt on hand.
I had been driving a gas car and was tired of paying a bunch of money to fill up my tank, and wanted to go fully electric. So I started shopping around, and the Chevy Bolt is really affordable. So that's the way I went. So it's costing me, I'm leasing it because the EV technology is evolving so quickly. I thought it'd be smart to get into a 3-year lease and then look at buying maybe 3 years from now. But it's costing me a little bit more on my monthly payment than my Honda CR-V did, but I'm saving way more than that on gas. So I think I'm coming out about $80 a month ahead financially.
Under the recently passed Global Warming Solutions Act, the state of Vermont has set some high bars to reach in the next few years and decades to reduce carbon emissions. The act requires Vermont to reduce greenhouse gas pollution to 26% below 2005 levels by the year 2025. Emissions would need to be 40% below 1990 levels by 2030 and 80% below by 2050. An important element of carbon reduction comes from the transportation sector, which means that to have any chance of reaching the emissions targets, many more EVs will need to be on the road quickly. We asked Dan Mackey of the Energy Innovation Center at Green Mountain Power, the state's largest electric utility, about incentives that were available to potential buyers of electric vehicles.
There are a few car companies out there that actually still qualify for the federal tax incentive, which is $7,500. Towards the purchase of the vehicle, which of course that comes with your income tax. And there's also up to $2,500 from Green Mountain Power and the state of Vermont to actually purchase an electric vehicle. We also offer to anyone who is a Green Mountain Power customer who lives in our service territory and registers a vehicle in the state of Vermont, a free home charger, in which you're going to have to actually hire an electrician to install that. But if you think about it, that could be, depending on what charger you go with, anywhere from a $300 to a $500 value plus installation either way. Yeah, one of the things I forgot to mention about the low-income folks is with the incentives that are out there for the low-income folks, they actually could end up purchasing something like a Nissan Leaf for someplace in the $15,000 to $16,000 range, in which that's actually going to put you in a category of most used vehicles that you might want to bring home. So
There are also incentives for yard care devices, heat pumps, motorcycles, and e-bikes available from Green Mountain Power. And those bikes look like fun. For the GNAT-TV News Project, I'm Andrew McKeever.